Good morning, y'all. How's everybody doing today? It has been raining off and on at my house all morning long. And for a while I was fussing and puttering about it because I'd rather be out walking the beach or maybe taking a walk run. But it's raining and so I'm not. And it got me to thinking about rain. Back when I was a kid, a teenager, in my early adulthood and had less responsibilities, I would spend rainy days reading a book. I always had my nose stuck in a book. And then, as the responsibilities grew and work took precedence and all, and kids and family, you know how that goes, I found that I was reading less and less. But I thought, maybe today, since it's supposed to rain all day off and on, I'll just go to my bookcase and I will, figure out which book it is that I would like to read today. And I found one, and I'll tell you about it at the end of this. But I also decided I would start researching rain and why we should be thankful for rain. Well, as you know, one of the first places I go to whenever I'm doing research is the Bible. And, rain was considered a blessing to people in the Bible because in those lands it was so dry so much of the time. And it was difficult to maintain agriculture and to survive, have potable drinking water and that type of thing. And rain was always considered a blessing. I've been studying Psalm 126. I've talked to you guys about that. If you haven't looked at it, please go read it. But one of the lines whenever they are giving thanks says, and they're asking God to restore our fortunes, O Lord, like streams in the Negev. Well, I went and looked that up in my Archaeological Study Bible, which is a fascinating study Bible because it tells you all about the archaeology of Bible lands. But what it talked about is that the Negev desert was very, very, very dry, stone dry in the summertime, and the winter rains brought a rush of watery blessings to the people and to this parched desert. And so I thought, well, you know what? That's a great way to look at rain, as bringing moisture and life-giving hydration to our world. And so I also looked up some of the other benefits of rain in general, and I thought I would share them to you. Of course, rain does help provide us with our drinking water. It can clear the air, make it easier to breathe sometimes. It can soften hard ground and then allow the good things to be able to grow. Rain can wash away the dust and the dirt of the day and almost make the world seem like it's ready for a fresh start. And finally, that little thing we call the fresh smell of rain? Well, it's a thing. It's a real thing. It's called petrichor. Whenever it rains, it releases a chemical called petrichor that in some cases can help calm people. And when you combine that smell of rain with the sound of the falling rain, it can really do a lot to soothe our spirits. So as I was looking through this, I thought, there's a spiritual and a life application to this too, because rain can do all of those things, not only for the natural world, but also for our spiritual and emotional world. Let's face it, it can provide us with life-giving hydration to our spirit, can give us, if we're parched and hard inside, the rainy seasons in our life, if we will let them do it, can soften us up, just like the rain out here is softening up the hard ground behind me. And when that happens, when we are more soft inside, it can allow the good things to grow. I was reading in Ezekiel this morning, it was Ezekiel 32:26, and God is saying, I will replace that stony heart with a heart of flesh. And I actually wrote in my journal that that God would help soften my heart so that good things can grow in it from this day forward. In addition, rain can wash away in our heart the rainy seasons of our life, can wash away the dirt and the dust of what may be behind us. Baggage that we're carrying with us, hard feelings, anxieties, worries, projections into the future that we really shouldn't be doing because we don't know what the next day holds. The rainy seasons of our life, if we let them, if we surrender to them and just say, wash over me, can help take that away. And lastly, that smell of the rain, if we will pay attention to the rainy season in our life, perhaps then we will find ourselves calmer and ready for a new start. So I don't know if it's made any sense to you today. I hope it has. I used to really appreciate the rain, like I said, because I would grab me up a good book. And so today, since there's really nothing else that I can do today, I am going to settle down, wrap myself in a blanket on the couch in my study, and I'm going to read this book. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's an old book. It was written in the 1800s, but it has a lot of good information, so I'm told, and I read a few quotes out of it that lead me to believe that it's true. A lot of good information to help us control our thoughts, and in doing so, to help us control our words and our actions. I'll let you know how it goes. So find you something good to do on this rainy day, and if you are in a rainy season in your life, consider how all of these good things that rain can do in the world can also do in your emotional and your spiritual life. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the morning.